Look at how visibly uncomfortable this person looks. This person is shifting around throughout this entire clip while Donald Trump rambles and rants on. This person hasn't even looked at Trump in multiple minutes. Alright, Trump's meltdown on stage in Las Vegas last night may have been one of the worst we have seen yet. It was so bad that halfway through his speech, my grandpa was texting in our family group chat saying, "Man, for some reason I decided to watch the Trump rally in Nevada. Trump is off the effing rails. This is effing insanity. It is scary, actually." He's literally yelling. He's so angry. This dude is melting down, and then 30 minutes later, my grandpa texts, and now he's reading The Snake. I just thought that was a funny chain of text because at this point, I was laying in bed. I was Trumped out for the day. I didn't want to think about Trump anymore, but I wrote down in my notes, I have to cover some of the stuff that my grandpa is talking about tomorrow. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Make sure you leave a like on the video below. In this first clip, I want to start with the end. This is how Trump ended his speech, and he honestly sounds like a kindergartner in this clip.
We will make America powerful again. Make America wealthy again. Make America healthy again. Make America strong again. Make America proud again. Make America safe again. Make America free again.
I can't tell if this is hilarious or if this is scary. He is losing his mind on stage, and this is like Mike Lindell yelling at me in the parking lot. These are the last dying signs of a political provocateur who knows that he's slowly falling off, who knows that this debate was not a good look for him. And trust me, Donald Trump knows. We know that he's in denial about a lot of things, but if Trump knows one thing, it's how he comes across on camera. He is a showman after all, or he was not a very good showman, and he knows that he lost that debate.
We will make America great again. Thank you very much.
That was very, very weird. He's going to make America great again with his concepts of a plan. In this next clip, Donald Trump is talking about Kamala wanting to send your kids to the draft. It's insane to me that he's able to sow up this much fear and distrust, and his supporters don't catch on eventually. Like, wait a minute, Kamala wants to kill babies after they're born and then send them to the draft? He's trying to paint Kamala as so fundamentally evil, it's just funny.
I'd like to be drafted in the audience, because that's what they're doing. She's already talking about bringing back the draft. She wants to bring back the draft and draft your child and put him in a war that should never have happened.
It's just a lie. Does he really think a presidential candidate, just think about it for 1 second. A presidential candidate comes out on the campaign trail and says, yeah, I want to bring the draft back and draft your child. Why would Kamala ever say that? Why would Kamala ever believe that? Here's Donald Trump saying that he'll never use the word joy because Kamala Harris is using it too much.
Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day we will be filled. You know the word they used with joy, so I'm not going to use that word if you don't mind. But opportunity and hope, we're going to be filled with ambition. We're going to go out and love getting up every morning and going to work and making a lot of money.
He won't use the word joy, but he'll happily use other people's music without permission, and he's just so mad. This is a prime example of how mad Donald Trump is, and we know that he's spiteful. He oftentimes acts out of spite when somebody wrongs him or when somebody screws him over, and this is Trump just being spiteful. He is so mad that Kamala Harris won the debate, he doesn't want to use the word joy. This is Donald Trump talking about apartments.
The environment isn't playing. They don't mention it anymore. You know, with all the money they spent, wasted on all this nonsense that they did, the apartment, your windows have to be smaller, preferably don't have any windows at all. They showed me a building, an ideal building. I said, what is that? Is it a bunker? No, this is a building. It's a modern building. It had no windows. Let's try selling one of those apartments. You have not small windows. You had
Someone in the comments said he's describing his soon-to-be prison cell.
No windows, because it's good. The sunlight doesn't go through, okay? Look, she's laughing. That's crazy, isn't it? I don't know if you're laughing or crying. I'm sort of crying about it. It's crazy. These people are crazy. We want a new building, and they want to knock down all those beautiful buildings in Manhattan and rebuild them with no windows. We don't want one building in Manhattan. I will end the chaos.
He's just not as funny. He doesn't have the stage presence that he used to have. And I heard Gavin Newsom the other day say something like, I know this will make people mad, but Trump used to be fun to watch in 2016. And I very much so agree with that. I think 2016 Trump had some form of entertainment value. He wasn't right. He was still racist and a terrible human being. But now it's just scary. Like my grandpa said, and now you can see where he's coming from as we go through these clips when he said he's literally yelling. He's so angry. This dude is melting down. My grandpa thinks it is insanity, and it truly is. Here's Donald Trump talking about black workers losing their jobs.
No, the jobs, almost every single job was taken by a migrant worker. And black workers are losing their jobs to these people that are pouring into our country, and Hispanics are losing their jobs. And next will be unions.
I don't like the way he said black in this clip.
Taken by a migrant worker. And black.
It's like when your older coworker refers to black Americans as blacks and you're like, wait a minute, did they actually just say that? But Donald Trump throughout this clip is lying. I mean, black unemployment is at a low under the Biden administration. No thanks to Donald Trump, who, number one, his terrible leadership in COVID screwed over Americans all across the country. But number two, likes to claim he helped black Americans or all Americans with the economy when he just rode off the coattails of Obama's economic accomplishments. But you guys already know that. Here's Donald Trump talking about Biden not being able to pass the student debt relief and wondering why, when the reason is because of his Supreme Court judges shooting it down. So he got his Supreme Court judges to shoot it down, then he asks, why isn't it passed?
But we are going to do it. We'll get it done fast. You know, they said they were going to cut the school lending when you borrow money to go to school. They were going to cut it. They were going to cut it down to nothing. Guess what? A big thud. Never happened. It never happened. You know why? Because they're all talk and no action. And you saw that the other night at the debate. She was all talk. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cut tax, and then I'm going to give you $25,000 for a house, and then I'm going to go, over and over. And I said very simply at the end of my last little statement, why haven't you done it? You've been there for 3.5 years. Why?
Vice President Kamala Harris has not been the president for 3.5 years. Her legislative goals probably differ from Biden's somewhat, so they're not completely aligned on everything. She has essentially been the president of the Senate. That is what the VP is there to do. The VP isn't there to guide policy for the president, so Donald Trump is just using talking points. And I want to mute this clip and replay it and pay attention to the people in the back. They're shifting around uncomfortably. I'm guessing this is about halfway through the speech when people begin to leave, but look at this lady on the left in white, and then look at the lady on the right with the blue cap on. If you look at these two people, you can notice that they are kind of shifting around throughout this. She's not even looking at Trump on the left. On the right, they're not looking at Trump either. Look at how visibly uncomfortable this person looks. This person is shifting around throughout this entire clip. While Donald Trump rambles and rants on, this person hasn't even looked at Trump in multiple minutes. I want to play you this final clip of Trump claiming that illegal Haitian migrants are taking over the city of Springfield, Ohio, when that is not true. These migrants are there legally, number one, and number two, Donald Trump is just spreading fear in an Ohio town and dividing the people when he is hundreds of miles away. He doesn't care. It doesn't affect him.
And I'm angry about illegal Haitian migrants taking over Springfield, Ohio. You see that?
Let me correct him. He's not angry about illegal Haitian migrants. He wants you to be fearful of migrants who are not actually illegal. That is what's going on here. Donald Trump very intentionally tries to sow distrust, spread fear throughout these rallies, and you saw this multiple times. Remember when he said that Kamala Harris wants your son or daughter to be drafted about 10 minutes ago, and then he says that we want to execute babies after they're born? Every single thing that he says is just fear-mongering. That's all that he has, and if you agree, leave a like, comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. Have a great day. Peace out.